Welcome to the source. The source. Hey, get the source.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you had a nice Tuesday. Actually, let me rephrase. Hopefully, you tailed Toast's MLB bets and not mine. I only placed 2, but I gave out 3 MLB bets on the show. Went 0-3. Toast had another winning day. The good news is everyone in our group is tailing Toast right now for baseball because he's red hot. And I kind of mushed myself on the Mariners. They were up 3-1, and I knew everyone in the group was on the Astros, right? Not only was it the more publicly bet side, but Toast is on the Astros, and he's been killing it. So everyone's tailing him. So I knew I was the only one on the Mariners, and they were up 3-1, and I threw a "What's up, Mariners?" in the Discord, and they mushed myself. So what's up, everybody? Chris is here. We got 2 WNBA games up first. Then we're going to get into some baseball, and then we're going to talk some football after. So start with some WNBA. Caitlin Clark facing elimination. That's correct, Chris, right?
That is correct.
Does she stand up to adversity here, or does Dejanay Carrington continue to put her in a locker?
Well, you know what was crazy, guys, that they played 4 regular season meetings, and Dejanay guarded her in all 4 regular season games. And soon as the playoffs start, Coach Stephanie White was like, "Whoop, we got a little wrinkle we're gonna throw in here." They put DeWanna Bonner, who's like 6'5", with like this Kevin Durant wingspan on her to throw everything off, and she shot pretty terrible. Her, Kelsey Mitchell, I think, and Lexi Hall combined to go 4 for 25 from the 3-point line. And that's what you're banking on. If you like Indiana, you really need them to be able to knock down some shots. The problem with that, Kyle, and this is the game is difficult to cap in itself because we're not expecting Connecticut to score 93 points again. Now the Fever defense is bad. Don't get it twisted. But 93, 96 points, whatever they scored in the next game, they shot 50% from the 3-point line, and they weren't a great 3-point shooting team. However, the Fever's defense is pretty bad. Like they can't really guard anybody. So on the road, you think about the experience. The other thing that really stood out to me was Alyssa Thomas after the game, like immediately, like addressing the media. She was just like, we can't be satisfied. Like we've lost game 2.
Who's Alyssa Thomas? Alyssa Thomas, who's that?
The Draymond Green, like the one that gets all the triple double. She actually got triple double in this game too. That plays for the Connecticut Sun.
She's on the Connecticut. Okay.
She like they've lost 5 straight game 2s in a row, and she immediately called it out. Like job not done. Like we don't care about this win. So it kind of makes me think like, yeah, I'm expecting them not to play as great offensively. The one consistent here, Kyle, is their defense.
Under.
Like their under is the only way
I knew where you were going with it.
The only way I would play it is under. That game stayed under in the last meeting, and that was with Connecticut scoring, 93 points. We're expecting some regression to come from the Indiana Fever side, but I'm not sure how much like they're going to be able to score the basketball in this spot. They've played Connecticut 3 times in Connecticut. They've scored 69 points, 71, and 72. So I didn't play the under yet, but that's the only way that I'm looking to play this game. I will give you a player prop, Melissa Smith, to go under on her 12.5 points plus rebounds. Love that line, and I think it's just a minutes thing. She's one of the newer players on the team, and doesn't have a lot of experience in general. So Melissa Smith played 8 minutes and 53 seconds. And then she was out. And only 3 minutes, she played less than 3 minutes in the second half. And I think a lot of that was because Dantas and Timmy Fong Bagley stole those minutes. And I think that they're going to need them players over Melissa Smith again. So I think she may potentially be out the rotation early in this one. So I did play her below or under her 12.5 points plus rebounds in this matchup. She had 1 combined in the last meeting.
Okay, so under 163 and Smith under points and rebounds. All right, game number 2. Phoenix catching a big old number on the road in Minnesota. It's up at 9.5. I'm assuming Minnesota took game 1 of this series.
They did, but they didn't cover. And I think that's why money is coming in on Minnesota. Minnesota's by far the better team in my opinion, but the Mercury got a lot of seasoned veterans. Like Brittany Griner has been in the league, I think, for double-digit years. Diana Taurasi is she's a fossil at this point. She's been in the league for 100 years. And they got some playoff experience with Natasha Cloud, who had 33 points. But, when you go back and look at these games, Kyle, this is similar to NBA when we handicap it. You look for the outliers, right? The Mercury shot 50% from the three-point line in their last game. We're not expecting that to happen again, which is why the total went so high over. And Minnesota, when they're playing the same team that they just faced in the last matchup, they tend to get better. 3-0 straight up, 3-0 against the number. And they're up and over their team total in every single game every single time that they played their previous opponent. So I just chose to stay off of the side, even though it's a strong lean towards the -9. And I just went Minnesota team total over. I think if the Mercury even have a chance, it's going to be because they run. This is a team, they play like a very NBA style offense where they just run up and down the floor. They shoot a ton of threes. And if they make them, then, they got a chance. But if they don't, they probably get blown out. Either way, I think Minnesota scores a ton of points in this spot. They just came off a game where they got to 102. So I played them up and over 84.5 here, Kyle. Favorite look in this game, no matter what Minnesota does. I don't know if they're going to contribute or not, but I think the Mercury's pace is going to push Minnesota up and over their team total. Also, going back, looking at it, I think it's been 5 straight road games for the Mercury. Their opponents have scored 90-plus points in each and every one of them. So, yeah, I like Minnesota to score. I do lean towards them -9. And then Brittany Griner to stay under. Her points prop was 15.5. I gave that out on Sunday. She had 10. And it's just because the Mercury want to shoot a bunch of threes, and that's the only way they're going to be able to stay competitive. The other thing is Minnesota doubles her a lot. They don't have anybody that's big enough to really guard her, but they send blitzes at her to get the ball out of her hands. She's going under in every single matchup so far this season, and she just doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. I think she shot less than 40% each matchup. So I like Brittany Griner to go under on her points prop at 14.5 here too.
Brittany Griner under points. Minnesota team total over. So that means you would also be leaning towards Minnesota minus the points, I would assume. All right.
Absolutely.
Chris, thanks for joining. Make sure you guys give him a follow. His Twitter name's right there as soon as Prop Beaver clears the picks up. Yep, Chris P. Kappa with 2 N's. You'll be seeing a lot of them for NBA in less than a month.
Yes,
wow,
sir.
coming
Appreciate
up.
you, Kyle.
Yep, man. Talk
Best
to
of
you
luck
soon.
tonight, man. All right.
All right, let's talk some MLB. Let's get Toast on the screen. Toast isn't in the best of shape, guys. He's been traveling, so all right, there we go. All right, Cubs on the road. Cubs on the road at Citizens Bank. Now I'm going to be relying on the comments here. As you guys know, I'm in football mode, so I'm not handicapping the MLB slate. So we're just going to run a poll, see what some of the folks in the comments think, see if we can find some bets. Looks like Assad versus Christopher Sanchez. Prop Beaver's getting the poll up running. What do you guys like? Come on, feed me some winners in the comments. I like how the one guy before Irish King goes, guys, all my picks hit yesterday that I gave out except for 2. And someone goes, bro, you only gave out 3 bets. I thought that was funny. I think someone was just trolling him, but it was funny. All right, so we're taking a shot with Assad here on the road. I could look at some bullpen numbers and stuff. At least have something up here. Phillies. Oh, over, says Brian McCown. No, Toast is actually in the air right now. Toast is landing. Toast is coming here. He's coming here for the weekend. He's going to be in Jersey. So he's actually in the air right now. He lands in Jersey in about an hour. Phillies team total. Oh, it's Shipley. Anyone that I respect. Oh, wait, well, hold on. I got a Cubs first 5 run line from loyalty here. Cubs won yesterday. Phillies win today. I suppose that's some logic. Yeah. No. I'm not betting the Phillies at this price because I think the Phillies win, but not at this number. Go ahead and switch us over to the next game. Our poll is on the Phillies. I do have, by the way, I have Toast bets here. So when we get to the bets, I have some picks from Toast here. He himself just can't make the show. So,
what do you think about the strategy from EVD?
I didn't see that. Best strategy for betting MLB without Toast is the fade system plays in the Discord. I mean, recently he's been going through it. He retires every 18 hours or so. He announces that he's retiring from sports betting and that sports are stupid, and then he only follows that up by giving another pick out that he declares a lock 90 minutes later, sometimes less. So, yeah, he's going through it. He's going through it. You know what? I'm proud of him, though, because it used to be he's growing as a gambler, because it used to be you only heard from him when he was winning. And when he was losing, he would just disappear. But now he's at least participating in the chat while being on a cold streak, which is, hey, that's step 2. Step 2 is you still can be a member of the sports betting community when you're not hitting. That's a big step. All right, what's up? Cincinnati, Cleveland next. Cantillo, Junis. Jesus. Oh, I think Toast has a bet for this one. Toast has... Oh, okay. Reds first 5 money line at plus 130. Toast posted. Reds first 5 money line at plus 130. I'm sure he has a really good, sharp reasoning for it. I guess maybe just fading Cleveland against a righty starter. They've been so bad against righty starters, and first 5 to isolate it, get rid of, because Cleveland always seems to win games late. So Toast has Reds first 5 money line here. That's straight from his yo, tally is crazy. So that's straight from Toast sheet there. So yeah, I would tell, you know what? Before I decide if I want to tail, I just want to check out some bullpen usage from those two teams. Bullpen usage, because if the Reds bullpen is fully ready, yeah, Cruz and Diaz are both good. Okay, yeah, put up Reds for me. Reds sounds good at the price. Although I do see why he chose the first 5, because Cleveland always seems to win games late, and their bullpen's been so consistent all year. So I get it. Oh, that's right. Hairston, thank you. He liked Junis yesterday, and he got scratched. So, right. Hairston's right. He did say that yesterday. Good call. Next game. Brewers, Pirates. We got Steady Freddy on the mound. I'm going to guess and say he took the Pirates. No bet in this game. Why wouldn't he? He always fades Steady. He always fades Steady Freddy.
And Steady Freddy always gets shelled by the Pirates, too.
So why isn't he on him?
Probably because
anyone talk to Toast? Anyone know why he didn't take? He's in the air right now. He's on a plane. I can't call him or anything. Why wouldn't he take the Pirates at plus 130 against Steady Freddy?
I mean, just from producing the show lately, every time I hear the Pirates, he talks shit about them with heavy disdain. So it seems he could not think.
So he doesn't trust the Pirates to score runs.
Maybe his Skeens disdain has bled over into the lineup as well. He can't. He's so blinded by the rage.
He's blinded by the rage.
He can't even see at this point.
You can't even bring up that Skeens might win Rookie of the Year over Merrill. He actually gets upset about it.
I mean, we're gonna talk about it here, or maybe we won't. Honestly, I want to live to see the next day.
Yeah. Oh shit! I don't need these anymore. Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next one. Toast didn't give a bet for that game. I would go. I'll write down Pirates money line as a possible for me. I'm not scared. We just make sure the Pirates bullpen isn't taxed. No, they're good. Chapman's good. That guy Modzinski, I never know how to say his name. He's good. Bednar pitched through 10 pitches last night. He's good. Yeah, Pirates. What's up next? Rays, Tigers. Did he bet the Tigers? No bet on this one either. Why? He loves Kaider Montero. Yeah. Check the Discord. See if he sent anything.
But check for clues.
What did he say? He leans Tigers money line. Put up Tigers money line. He didn't post this. Toast reply is, I'm so hot. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine everyone's going to be betting the Tigers at this price. I mean, the Tigers are red hot. They're playing for something. Kaider Montero has been good. Don't understand what I'm missing here. Tigers bullpen is rested. Why would we get the Tigers at this price? Has Littell been dealing? That's the only thing I could think of is Littell is on a heater or something. I'm going to pull up Littell. Oh, shit. Yeah. Littell's, holy shit. Littell's last 3 starts, 18 innings pitched, just 6 hits, 1 walk. So Littell in his last 3 starts has only allowed 7 total base runners. Wow. Well, that's why. Okay. All right, next game. Royals, Nats. Lorenzen against DJ Hers. Toast says no bet for this one. Check the Discord to see if he gave out a lean. Royals, Nats. Let's do some snooping. Royals bullpen. Okay, no Bubic. Zerpa threw yesterday. Royals bullpen a little bit on the tax side, but not crazy. But so is the Nats. Wow. Okay, so is the Nats. Have the Royals been hitting lefties? Nothing on this one. I just want to check to see if Royals have been hitting lefties. Because if the Royals haven't been hitting lefties, I love fading Lorenzen on the road. That's loading up now. 50-50. Lorenzen's first game back from injury, says Michael in the chat. Okay. The Royals in the last 30 days, bottom 5 lineup against lefties. Bro, Nats up. Nats me.
Nats him?
Or at least in Nats first 5. Put Nats up for me. I added that to my list as a possible bet. All right, next game. Baltimore. Oh, Toast is all. He loves the Yanks. He bet the Yankees twice. He bet Yankees money line and Yankees -1.5 here. So Toast, not usually a guy that likes betting the Yankees. He likes them here. Eflin on the road. Okay. Stroman. Yeah. Didn't Eflin pitch really well in Yankee Stadium earlier this season, though? His last... Oh, no. His last start in Yankee Stadium was July 19th. He got crushed. 11 base runners, 5 runs in just 5 innings of work. So, yeah, he really struggled. He did pitch well in Yankee Stadium back in April, but his last trip here, he got smoked. So, yeah, Toast really likes the Yankees in this one. Trinidad says, give me the Yankees. We swept this team last time. Yeah, it's Stroman. Oh, the graphic says Cortez. It's Stroman. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Marcus Stroman. Yankees money line, Yankees -1.5, says Trinidad, and he's putting it in all capital letters. He must really like it. Lucas Seeker says Marcus Stroman bounce back start from being in the put in the bullpen. I usually like taking starters after something like that, if they've been sent down to the minors or something, if they've been slighted in some way. And Stroman's like an emotional guy. I could see it. Baltimore near Yankees first 5 under. Elite Flame likes here.
Yeah, did he bet it when it was Nestor? Like, did he?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not monitoring the guy.
Hey, well,
I'm just looking at his bets he has open. I don't know if he bet it when he knew it was Nestor.
I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to get an APV on him.
Can you put the poll up? I'd like to see if everyone's betting the Yankees here.
Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, I'd like to see the poll. Yankees was -150 earlier today, and now it's -125. That could be because of the pitching change. Santander is 3 for 3 against Stroman. If looking for a hit prop. 3 for 3. He's only seen Stroman 3 times. Fading everyone that says, trust me.
I'm from New York. Trust me, the Yankees are winning tonight.
I'm from New York. Trust me, the Yankees are winning.
I hate when people say that. I'm from here. Trust me. What the hell does that mean? Shoop.
I'd still go Yankees, though. Let's go to the next game.
Boy, tough shoop.
What's next?
It's Jays Sox.
Jays Sox.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy.
Fitz versus Gosman. No, nothing that he posted as far as official bets. I mean, I guess you. No, I don't even put a poll of this one. I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
No, it's scrimmage. Oh, it's not happening. It's not happening. Right? Yeah. Hurricane.
Hurricane game.
Just let the record show that I would have bet Grimace. Edward Cabrera against Woods Rich. I'm not a Woods Richardson guy, but we're not at the spot yet. Toast leans Miami first 5? Okay. Toast leans Miami first 5, apparently, he said. I'm down to fade Woods Richardson. I think he started off the season in a He put together like 6 or 7 quality starts in a row. He wasn't overly dominant, but he was only going 5 innings into the game, and he got branded as this reliable starter, and I don't think he is. Cabrera's a strikeout guy. I would like to know, if I was handicapping the slate, what I would have looked at is to see if the Twins are a strikeout team. Because if he pitches against a team that doesn't strike out a lot, he tends to get into some trouble.
The Twins are definitely a strikeout.
Someone said, can we not call the airline to connect us to Toast? This is an emergency. I need you to patch me through to flight 781. We need to know why Toast likes the Marlins first 5 here. So, yeah, I'm putting Marlins down, actually. But I like betting the Marlins. If you've been watching, you know that we like betting the Marlins in road getaway days. And that is not today. The road getaway day would be... Is that tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow night is the road getaway day for the Marlins. So maybe tomorrow we check out a Marlins bet. Let's go to the next one. Angels, Whites.
You don't want to talk about this shit? This is gas.
I mean, I'm down to skip. Did Toast crazy ass post something for this?
No.
The White Sox won yesterday, and I was making fun of Toast for saying White Sox are bad too. They won. All right, let's go to the next one. Fuck that. Cardinals, Rockies, Gomber, Fetty. Fetty in Coors Field would be a fade for me, but did Toast post anything? No. Let me see if there's any bullpen usage issues here on either side. Rockies. Rockies bullpen is kind of dicked. Let me see the Cardinals.
Nobody likes a dicked bullpen.
I don't know if I want to bet the Cardinals at a sketchy line in Coors Field with Fetty. How's Gomber been pitching?
It'd be a revenge game.
Oh, well, his last start was pretty solid. He let up 7 base runners and 6 runs in 2 innings of work. So there's that.
That's a Monday for Gomp.
His 2 starts before that were actually okay. His last start, he got hit into another oblivion.
Guy's pissed.
Remember when Toast was like, he was saying Bolivian? He got hit into a Bolivian.
Yeah.
Tax to a Bolivian. And like he was like, no, I didn't say that. But then like you play it back, he said it twice. Yeah. Doubled down on tax to oblivion. All right, let's go to the next one. Rangers, Oakland. Man, Basso? Is Oakland... There was a period where Oakland against lefties was nuts, but I think that's long gone. I'm pretty sure that's long been dead. Oakland in the last 30 days against left-handed pitching, 15th, 17th, 17th. Wow, Oakland, one of the worst home lineups in baseball in the last 30 days. Oakland's just not producing right now. The last lefty they saw was Rodon, who went 6 shutout. Oh, God. I don't even know who Basso is. Anyone have a bet in this one? Oh, someone's saying Oakland sweep. Bet the A's. Texas first 5 money line. A's cover. What do you mean A's cover? It's like a pick 'em. You mean A's minus 1.5? TWD, bro.
Next game, bro.
Yeah, switch it.
Okay. Next game.
Giants.
You got pick in this one?
Toast likes Giants team total over here.
Okay, cool.
Oh, well, we know why. He always fades this freaking
Zach
dude.
Allen's not a real pitcher.
Luis Castillo, average at best. You got to play the number. I understand.
I understand.
What, you... Oh, yeah. The Mets need a Giants win here. A Giants win tonight against Gallen would be huge for the Mets. Huge for Grimace. Grimace is a Giants fan tonight. Let's see what the... this is a decent game, so let's... Oh, sorry. Let's leave the poll up and see what the people think. Snakes game, says Omar Martin. Oh, Omar, what's up, man?
Hey.
What's up, Omar? No, that's the guy from the Discord, Omar. Well, I suppose there is more than one Omar in the world.
Dude,
I think that's the guy, Omar, from the
that,
Discord. Betting the snakes is horrible. Gallon has been bad. A Night Owl says, in quotes, what are we doing here? That's what Toast says. Why not just over, homie with the big feet? Well, I cannot bet totals in this ballpark. I'm cursed when it comes to betting total. I never win. I'm from Arizona. Trust me, we're not getting swept. He's from Arizona, guys. The world is on Arizona after they've been losing every game. D-backs minus 2.5. Laying the alt. He's on that alt. Snakes plus A's in a 2-team parlay. Toast isn't allowed to go on vacation anymore. He's not going on vacation. He's coming here he's going to go to a baseball game, but we're going to be working. He's going on vacation to here, the office. He's on his way here. What's up, Omar? It is confirmed. It is the correct Omar. Prop Beaver's typing his Jags Colts notes. Let's go to the next game because no. It said Jags Colts. I know. Yeah, he's mistitling his documents. What's next, dude? Padres, Dodgers.
Bully.
Oh, shocker. Toast is taking the Padres. Money line. Dylan deceased? Where can we see Toast picks? He posts them on the website every day. But we're giving them to you now. But he if you listen, but he posts them on the website every day. If you go to open bets on the website, it says Sauce, Toast, Scoop, Andy, Beaver, Jess is on there. You can see everyone on the staff. You just click on the name and you see their picks.
Snooky Alberts.
Snooky Alberts is a good one. He's been hot.
One of our best cappers.
Snooky Alberts. Snooky Alberts is Prop Beaver's made-up name that he uses for things. So if you see Snooky Alberts, just know Prop Beaver's being a weirdo again. I want to see this is probably one of the best games on the board. I'd like to see what the folks think.
Hey, I'm
it's also the last game.
Typing it up, boss.
So let him have a poll.
Typing it up.
Oh, the homie with the big feet says Dylan to not ceased. It would be Dylan not to cease. It would be Dylan not to cease. Dylan to not ceased. I don't know. Probably for the lowercase letters on the poll are disgusting.
Sometimes you need to embrace the uncomfortable.
If I buy, do I get a blow up of Prop Beaver's face? Yeah, it comes with a fat head. A Prop Beaver fat head. Gets mailed to your house. Life size. $2,600 on the Dodgers, says that gentleman right there. Hurricane coming our way. If the power goes out, how will I get my bets in? The things they don't talk about when it comes to a crisis, man. Everyone's worried about, bread, food,
bread, water,
canned goods.
I don't know.
How am I supposed to get my action down? Who's typing the polls? A 4-year-old? I like that one. And I agree. Can we talk football? I've had it with this shit. Put football on.
Yo, watch your mouth. Little boy.
All right, let's get these guys on. Let's get these guys.
My mouse disappeared, bro.
All right, so we'll wait for a second.
All right, can you lead me? Wait, up. Reappeared. Reappeared.
First up, Vikings, Packers. And you might be wondering why we chose this game. The reason is Prop Beaver has a prop that he's calling lock of the week.
No.
That was your cue.
No, it's not what I called the lock of the week. Kyle wanted some content for the week.
I was trying to give you a segue.
Yeah, and it was an awful segue. I didn't appreciate your segue.
Just talk, dude.
Get your goddamn bait out of here. So a prop that I like this week is Jordan Love under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Let's see. Did you make a graphic, Andy? Let's see. I don't like your fucking ratty attitude. All right, one sec. Let's see. Got to do this thing real quick. Jordan Love's
unders. It's a bold play.
Not a bold play when you got the man Brian Flores calling the defensive plays over here. Where's the?
I don't see any football picks in there.
Where is it?
Are you sure you made it? He just scrolled through it twice. He just did, dude.
Oh my god, this guy's a dick weasel.
I just type it.
This guy's being an absolute dick weasel. I'm sorry, guys. So sorry. So Jordan Love under 1.5 passing touchdowns, producing the show and talking at the same time.
Type your pickup, Andy. Tell us the injury status of Jordan Love while he's typing it.
So yeah, from everything I've seen, it seems like.
Wait, Andy's muted. Go ahead.
Yeah, from everything I've seen, he's going to play. He was close last week, they said, and they didn't feel like they needed him, or didn't necessarily need him in that game, and he wasn't 100% to go. Now they think he's 100% to go. The target was always this week, so yeah, it seems like he's going to play, and I don't think they're going to hold him back. I don't think it's the right week to put him in because he's going to be facing the blitz so much, but they said he's healthy enough to play. So
you're saying you disagree with Coach LaFleur?
Yeah, I think it's a dangerous spot to put him in. The Vikings, the number one thing they want to do is blitz the quarterback and make them uncomfortable. I don't want my guy with a knee injury coming in that type of environment, but if he's healthy, he's got to play because he's obviously your best option. So they're playing him.
All right, Prop Beaver, tell us about your bet.
Okay. Thank you for the intro, Andy.
No problem.
And allowing me to type in my thing. Yes. I'm betting Jordan Love under 1.5 pass CDs here, minus 104. Betting us with the ideology that the books are not a charity here. Most books have this odds listed for the over at minus 115. Why do I think that this is suspect? Love has now cleared this mark his last 11 of 12 starts, averaging 2.3 touchdowns per game, including 3 against his Flores defense his last time out. But the last time he faced his Flores defense, they were reeling at the end of the season. Last 4 games of the season, the Flores defense was getting mauled. I think the man was planning for this season because you look at this season, shutting down Daniel Jones is one thing, but making Brock Purdy and CJ Stroud put their heads in their hands on the sideline, essentially crying, that's different. The Vikings, through 3 games, have allowed 2 total pass CDs. They've held all 3 QBs under their pass total, and they sit second in pass DVOA, 5th in EPA per dropback, 5th in success rate allowed. Brian Flores, as we know, likes to run the zone, 10th in frequency this season, 9th in zone frequency last season. And look at Love against the zone last season. Just 9 TDs and 9 interceptions against zone compared to 16 touchdowns and 1 interception against man. That is a dramatic drop-off. I mean, not only is he scoring less touchdowns, but you're throwing a lot more interceptions. That's just killing drives right there. So that's exactly what I like to see. Not only that, but as this man just mentioned, he's coming off an MCL sprain, I think a lot earlier than most people originally expected, against one of the hottest pass rushes in football. I'm going to play it sharp here, ride with the books, weird line they're laying, so yeah.
Well, I think the play here, it would only be Minnesota for me. I haven't bet this one. I haven't done a video on this one yet, so I'm not really prepared to go all the way into it. But based on what we've seen so far, how can you lay points to the Vikings? And I feel like there's a lot more of a guessing game on the Green Bay side. And it's not just the Jordan Love injury. I'm looking at the defense, and I'm not sure what I think about it. I mean, it's looked good. They've played well, but at the same time, pass rush certainly doesn't look great. And I don't really know if I trust the Packers' run defense to keep the Vikings to do exactly what they've continued to do. And, I mean, if Aaron Jones is going to average 4 yards, keep in mind it's a revenge game. He's going to average 4 yards a clip here, or north of that, like he has been. And Sam Darnold's going to have time in the pocket. I mean, how can you lay points to that team? Now, I'm sure the Packers offense, if Jordan Love is back and is 100%, I'm sure they're able to make plays on the Vikings defense. But keep in mind that we're at a point where we really need to start handicapping the Vikings as the best defense in the NFL, or at least close to it, because that's certainly what they're playing as. That's what the numbers indicate. That's what the eye test indicates. So, I mean, if we're talking about the Vikings as a top 2 or 3 defense, which I think is reasonable to say, and the Packers defense certainly isn't scaring us off of the Vikings offense, I don't know how you lay points. So it would only be Vikings here for me. I can tell I don't have a bet in this game, and we probably will do a video on this one. But I can tell you that the pick I'll be giving at the end of that video would only be Vikings, or maybe I could see an under, but I definitely won't be on Green Bay. I can assure you I won't be on Green Bay here. So you can put Vikings up for me, but as far as this game, the reason we picked this one is because Prop Beaver had a prop to give out. This wasn't one that I'm really finished handicapping or have any full opinion on, but it'll only be Minnesota for me here. Oh, we don't even have the graphics. So whatever.
I don't know why they're not showing up. They're in there. That's weird.
I think I just have to delete the things at the end.
Yeah, probably.
All right, next game. We have 2 more NFL games out, but it's really Prop Beaver's got the props to give out. Is
He's
what we're
spitting.
doing.
He's out here
Yeah,
spitting.
damn, I wish I had deleted it while you were honestly talking then.
All right. You want to just skip to the college one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
skip
just
to the
do that
college
then.
game for a second, because I like that one.
Yeah.
This one is a classic case of the market is clear in its. Oh, we're doing Illinois Penn State for those of you listening that can't see the screen. The market's very clear that everyone's exercising basic sports betting logic here, which is Illinois pulls the big upset off in Nebraska, right? So next game, the public side would be taking the points with Illinois, so you hammer Penn State. That's like sports betting logic 101, right? I don't give a shit. I don't know how you lay 18 points to this Illinois team, especially with this is a Penn State offense that I still have a lot of questions about. No question, the Penn State defense has my respect, and by no means will I be saying anything negative about the Penn State defense, certainly against the run. That defensive front is official. Their secondary is official too, though. I mean, that defense is elite. But you know what else? What other team has a defense that I consider elite or at least top 25? Nebraska. And Illinois just went into Lincoln, ran the ball, averaged 4.3 yards per carry. Illinois is not even a running team. They averaged 4.3 yards per carry. Altmaier was nearly perfect in the game. I mean, 4 touchdowns, no picks, great looking passer rating. I mean, they just went into Lincoln and made Nebraska's defense look like Indiana's defense. They looked great. Every single third down was drawn up perfectly. I mean, Matt Rule, and I'm a Matt Rule guy, he was outcoached in every facet of the game. So, I mean, what are we seeing from this Penn State team that has them 11 points better than Nebraska? Because look, with Kotelnicki calling the offense, a lot of people are just like, oh, Penn State's offense is going to be good. But based on the last few years we've seen with James Franklin, I'm by no means willing to co-sign Penn State's offense is going to be good until I see them put up consistently huge numbers. They've been telling us about this Penn State rushing attack for a year and a half now. And last season, that Penn State rushing attack with those 2 elite running backs, Allen and Singleton, all it did was disappoint me. Every week came out 3.8 yards per carry against Indiana, 3.6 yards per carry against Northwestern. That elite rushing attack, I'm not sold on it. So, look, no qualms with the Penn State defense. It's official, but I trust Altmaier a lot. He's a guy that's been playing in the Big Ten and has shown us he's actually got better numbers on the road. He has shown us he can go on the road against these tough defenses and make plays. Now, Illinois is not going to hang 40 points, of course, but don't be surprised if Altmaier's making plays and moving the chains, converting third downs against this Penn State defense, because he's shown us he can. And it's not so much like, oh, Illinois is going to beat Penn State, but 18 points is crazy. I don't care if I'm siding with the public here on the Illinois plus 18. There's no way I'm laying 18. So I bet this. I'm on Illinois.
I'm on the opposite. I think something about Penn State is if you look at their run frequency and their pass frequency, it's a little bit jaded. They're 126th in pass frequency. That's because they've been up by so much for the entire season. Even in their close game, they were beating the crap out of West Virginia. So, like, they've been running the ball a lot. I expect them to throw the ball a lot more in this one because We just saw Illinois do a pretty good job run defense-wise against Nebraska, but I think even that was a little jaded because they ran for 4.3 yards per carry. If you take out the sacks, which they had 50 yards of sacks, so they ran for 4.3 yards per carry, which is not bad for Nebraska. It's not great, but this is a Penn State offense who, I mean, I know they've played nobody, but they haven't been held below 5 yards per carry. And now they're at home. It's their first big home game. They always run well in Happy Valley. And another thing is, when it comes to their offense, when they want to score and when they know they can score on somebody, and I think they'll be able to score on Illinois, they do it. James Franklin doesn't stop scoring. He knows the spreads. I know you say that, and people come up with those theories. I think he does. I think he always knows how much they're supposed to win by. He likes to make a statement for the committee, especially because he knows he's got a couple of losses coming up on the schedule. Wants to make a statement, so I think that plays in. And then on the other side of the ball, on defense, I don't think anybody's going to have much success this year against Penn State. I think we overhyped Nebraska a little bit. I think their defense I think their defense is really good.
You're underhyping Altmaier is what you're doing.
I think this is a different class of defense. This is one of the 4 best in the country. Now, they haven't had to prove it yet, so this is a spot where they're going to have to prove it, but at home, big game, I think they will. They're not tested, but I think they'll be tested a little bit here, and they'll pass that test easily. They do a really good job at home defensively. So yeah, I think overall, I'm just completely against the Illinois coming off not just one but 3 big wins in a row. I guess Central Michigan's not, but they're coming off really just a hot start that nobody could have expected. So I'm kind of just fading the fact that they're going into a really tough place to play, and I think early in this game they might get punched in the mouth, and they haven't had to respond to that yet.
Someone said Bowling Green had success.
Bowling Green didn't have much offensive success. I want to mention that game
made some plays.
Also, Bowling Green's very good. They almost beat.
Not Illinois.
They almost beat Texas A&M in Kyle Field. So they are not, obviously they're not Illinois, but they are a successful team. Bowling Green didn't have that much success. If you look, they ran for a whole 4.7 yards per carry, decent, but that's not Illinois' thing. They don't want to throw the ball. 5.7 yards per play. So they didn't have offensive success. So don't tell me that. Penn State just didn't show up for that game. They did not do anything
Illinois'
with the ball that game.
Offensive line is solid. I'm telling you, 18's too.
No, I agree. I think Illinois is a good team. I just think this is a spot where Penn State, they've got a team coming in riding high Illinois, and they could get beat up early and not be able to respond. And I think Penn State's the type of team that will take advantage of that.
Prop Beaver, you ready to give another prop?
Well, no, I actually want you to do the next game.
Yeah, we can do it.
And then I just wanted to address a super chat.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was talking when he sent that. You know what? I usually, and I don't even know if this is the right way, but usually I look at the game first and then go see what the line is to see if where I have it is somewhat close. I mean, it's with your phone, right, and emails. It's tough not to see the line. I mean, because usually you'll just like accidentally see it. But if it was like up to me, I would look at the game first, decide where I think the line should be, and then look. But obviously, between all the internet and you turn on your computer, the lines are everywhere, right? Like I have so many bookmarks on my browser that like I'm like bound to just accidentally see the line. But I mean, ideally, I would like to look at the game, decide where I think the line should be, and then go see how close it is. I feel like that gives you a more objective view, but it's not. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
All right. And then Minnesota, Michigan next, and then you want to give out an NFL prop, or are you just saying no more NFL props?
No, and then we'll do the other 2 NFL props. Yeah.
Minnesota, Michigan. This one's very simple. What's going on here? In what world is Max Brosmer and the Minnesota offense scoring points in the Big House? What am I missing? I honestly would be surprised if Minnesota made it to 10 points here. Max Brosmer looks. I mean, he's struggling, to put it delicately. Max Brosmer's been struggling against some average defenses, let alone on the road in Michigan. And this is a Michigan defense that it has a lot of new starters, right? So this is a defense that I expect to get better every single. I think Michigan will be playing their best defensive football in Week 9. So maybe that opener against Texas, Quinn Ewers obviously was able to make some plays downfield. I think maybe that's giving some people the wrong idea about Michigan's defense. It's very good. It's easily a top 25 defense, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're flirting with the idea of being a top 10 defense by the end of the season. We've already seen the improvement. They looked much better against USC. than they did against Texas. And if you've watched any Minnesota games this year, you know that offense, it's not good. It's really not good. And let's not act like it's crazy for the idea that PJ Fleck doesn't have a powerful offense. Kind of seeing it regularly now. They obviously Kali McManus transferred over to Rutgers, and they bring in this kid Max Brosmer. Doesn't look to be working, and he looked outmatched against some basic FBS opponents, let alone Michigan. So, look, Minnesota's going to try to run the ball. I doubt they have much success there, but it is Minnesota. They have a good offensive line, so maybe they're able to establish a little bit of a run game, but there's not going to be any passing attack here for Brosmer. So, on the other side, if you want to say, hey, Michigan's offense isn't good enough to lay 9.5 points, you could put Michigan -9 up for me, by the way, Prop Beaver. By the way, I bet this. I'm on Michigan. So maybe I can see you taking Minnesota here with the idea of, Michigan's offense isn't good to lay 9.5 points. And I guess there's like some logic behind that, but how many points do you need from Michigan to cover this? 17? 17 points should cover this. I don't think Minnesota's going to score at all. And by the way, if you've seen Brosmer play, I mean, he might put 7 up on the board for Michigan himself. I don't think it's crazy. A strip sack for a touchdown or a pick 6. And let's not take away from what we saw from Michigan last week. They averaged like 6.3 yards per carry or some shit against USC. They ran the ball all over USC. Now, Minnesota's defense is probably a little bit better than USC's, but they have struggled here and there against the run. It's all Michigan's going to do is run the ball. And I'm not thrilled with the idea of laying 9.5 with the Michigan offense, but I actually think I'm on the right side here, but on the simple fact that I don't expect Minnesota's offense to do shit. So I got it at 9. I'm on Michigan -9. I'd still play it at 9.5. Honestly, I'd probably still play it at 10.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the only reason that anybody would take Minnesota is they don't think that a team that runs the ball pretty much every play at this point, Michigan, could cover a 2-touchdown spread or a touchdown and a field goal. But like, I'm very curious to see how Michigan comes out and actually plays, because I don't know that they're going to fully commit to only running the ball like they did. I mean, I guess they knew they had to against USC. I think they're going to try in this game to maybe get Alex Orji throwing a little bit, because, I mean, eventually he's going to have to, right? In this game, they could run the ball every single play. Minnesota could know the play. I still think they'd cover this. They are miles better than Minnesota defensively. Max Brosmer's passing props line is at 165.5. If that, I think I'm probably going to take that on Saturday. I might take it now. I have a hard time believing that guy's going to throw for more than that. I mean, we've talked about him going into that Nevada game. We talked about him. He's been good against only FCS teams in his career. Like, every time he saw an FBS program in his time at New Hampshire and his time this year, he's been pretty bad. So like, his passer rating drops almost like 50 points. Like, it's ridiculous. And now not only is he going up against an FBS defense, one of the best FBS defenses, so I think he's going to struggle. I'm also going to be waiting on Orji's passing props when they come out on. I don't have that in. I haven't bet that yet. But I'm also going to be waiting on Orji's on Saturday too, because if they give me, like, I know he threw for 32 last game. His number was like 114. Somewhere in the middle there, if it's like at 60 or 70 passing yards, I might take an over on that, because I think they might try to get him throwing a little bit to prepare him for the fact that they're going to need to throw at some point if they're going to win, because they're not going to beat Ohio State. They're not going to beat even Michigan State by only running the ball. So I think that I think that there's going to be more passing in this game than people expect. And I think that favors Michigan, because I think that they're going to get something through the air and they'll cover this pretty easily. I was surprised when I saw the number, for sure.
I'm a little worried that obviously the whole world's betting Michigan at this number, but been bet down from 12.5 down. Well, it got down to 8.5. Now it's back at 9.5. So it looks like there's some buyback on Michigan. But clearly there is sharp action coming in on the Minnesota side. And someone said that before about reading lines. It's not. There's nothing wrong with that information, and it can be very valuable to read the lines and try to get an idea of what the professional bettors are taking. The problem with that is, by the time you've gathered that information, like, okay, the line dropped from 9 to 7.5. Clearly, professional money came in and took the underdog. By the time you've gathered that information, it's kind of too late, because okay, you found out the professionals like the underdog at 9. At 7, they might not like the underdog. So like, the fact that you gather that information is now the only thing that would be valuable for is if you see it go back up to 9, you know that there are some professionals on that number. It's valuable information for sure, but sometimes gathering it, you're just finding out after the fact. So I would say you want to try to figure out how their minds work so you can hit it before the movement, obviously. Anyway.
I guess this could be a look-ahead spot for Michigan. In theory, they have their first road game next week. They have to travel to Washington. This is their 5th straight home game. But, like, other than that, I see no angles because Minnesota plays USC next week. So, like, it'd be a look-ahead for them, too. So, there's no angles for Minnesota, in my opinion.
All right, Prop Beaver has 2 more NFL props.
Alrighty.
I'm a listener here.
Let's head over to the jungles, not of Cincinnati, but of Carolina, where the Red Rifle, everybody was laughing at me. The Red Rifle can't fire buckshots.
We were laughing at you for other reasons.
He fired buckshots last week, indescribably. I mean, what else would you describe that as? The guy put on an absolute clinic. And I think Deontay Johnson's come back firing again this week. I mean, the first 2 weeks with Bryce Young, we saw that it was absolutely pathetic. He couldn't get anything going, but with Andy Dalton at the helm, holy Lord, the Deontay Johnson show was back in full effect, people. So yes, let me just go ahead and get my write-up up.
Called it the Deontay Johnson show.
Yeah, first 2 games, 5 catches, 34 yards, 12 targets, 42% reception rate. 1 game with Andy Dalton, and guess what happens? Triples his yardage mark. 8 receptions, 14 targets, 122 yards. He had the highest usage mark in the NFL, and on top of that, that was a game where he only played 70% of the snaps because they blew the other team out. You heard that right. 14 targets, 70% of the snaps. He had a 44.8% first read target percentage. That was one of the highest marks in the NFL this season. 0.37 targets per route run and a 59% air yard share. That means not only was Canales actively scheming him up, but he was seemingly getting him explosive ones every time you looked on the screen. Now he's going to face a Cincy defense that is 29th in EPA per dropback, 28th in success rate, and after Monday Night Football's disaster class, we have seen 2 wide receiver ones in a row just kill them with not volume but explosive plays. McLaurin just had 4 receptions for 100 yards against him, and Rice had 5 receptions for 75 yards against him. And quite frankly, if you look at teams with true number 1 wide receivers going back to last year against them, this has been a trend for the Cincy secondary. I say true number 1 wide receivers because there was a game where the Browns had their guys sitting, and they also faced the Patriots. Take those out, and we got McLaurin with 100, Rice with 75, and then Rice with 127. They faced the Chiefs in week 2 and week 17. We got Pickens with 195, Jefferson with 84, and Pittman with 95. I mean, wide receiver ones are absolutely killing this team now. And Deontay Johnson, when he gets volume, is a moneymaker. With 4+ receptions, he's over this number in 57% of games in 2021. With 5+, that jumps to 59%. With 6+, that jumps to 74%. Considering his receptions line is at 5.5 at plus money, heavily implying he gets at least 5 here. I really love the value at this number. I'm preferring the yards over the receptions, but I'm playing 80+ for a half unit as well.
This game. I don't like the way Carolina's built to exploit what I feel the weaknesses of Cincinnati's defense are. I don't necessarily think that Cincinnati is an awful pass defense. They looked terrible last night, but I think they game plan to take the run away. I don't know if Anarumo comes in here game planning. Don't let Andy Dalton throw the ball down the field on you. I don't know. If they put Andy Dalton in a situation where he's got to take 7-8 yard hits, throw the ball underneath, I think eventually he'll make a mistake. I have no idea what to bet in this game. We have this queued up because Prop Beaver had a prop to give out, so I have no clue. Maybe we'll make a video on this one and I'll do like a deep dive, but as of right now, I don't usually. I have like a first glance at a game. I have a lean. I have no idea. I guess over. I have no clue what to even say about this one.
All right, and then the next prop in this one, this is going to be probably one of the most popular props of the week. I really don't care. Nico Collins might be one of the best receivers in the NFL. This dude's unreal. Now, it might be a bit hypocritical to say, well, we like the love prop because the line was a bit suspect due to the recent hit rate, and then take this Nico prop, but I just don't feel like they're catching up to the evolution of Nico Collins as a top-end receiver of this league. This dude's over his last 6 to 7 games, and while 4 of those came without Dallin Diggs, he's proving he's the clear alpha of this team with the duo on the field. He's now cashed all 3 of the games this season with that trio on the field, averaging 112.7 yards per game on 9 targets, 6 receptions per game. And why I really love the matchup against the Jags is the fact that this defense has lived out of man coverage. They are playing, so I think they're playing 63% man coverage. That's just unreal. Most teams are playing 30%. So that's nearly double the amount of man coverage that most teams are playing. Let me get that stupid Deontay Johnson.
Everyone's going to think that's my freaking pick.
Yeah, so let me get that Deontay Johnson thing out of the middle of the
shit
screen.
next to my face.
I mean, when that thing cashes in the second, because Cam Taylor-Britt's Garbo, you'll be thanking me. And then on top of that, we got Collins against the Texans, amongst Texans receivers against man. This guy has a 61% air yard share, so he's getting all the big plays. He's got a 40% target rate, and he's also got the first read target percent. As I was saying, 67% of a team's targets are going to the first read target. So it is important to be getting those, and Nico Collins has been the main guy getting those against man. He should be able to thrive here. Amongst receivers with 50-plus routes against man coverage last season, 8th in yards per route run, top 5 in yards after the catch. And what do we know about this Jaguar secondary right now? This team doesn't have any healthy safeties. So I just think that with nobody able to double him, no Tyson Campbell, no healthy safeties, he should just be able to do whatever he wants. On top of that, I think that with the fact that the Jaguars' offense looked so abysmal last week, and I guess in such a desperate spot, we see some fight out of them. I think we see a bit of a closer game than people think, and we see some passes in the fourth quarter for Nico, so over.
Yeah, I actually think I would lean towards the over in the game as well, but I feel like everyone's going to be hitting that. My Texans money line bet was such a bad one last Sunday. It was my only loss. I went 8-1, but that wasn't like a bad. That was just so the wrong side, and I should have known better. I mean, the short row favorite. Everyone's going to be taking Houston. CJ Stroud. I completely forgot about his home away splits from last year. He was much better at home in Houston last year. So coming off let's say a humbling loss. Back home where CJ Stroud's always been better. 6.5 seems pretty fair. I personally would have it at 7. So I guess I would lean Houston as far as the number goes. I haven't done a deep dive on this one either, but I do think I like that Nico Collins bet. I didn't look specifically at which receivers, but I do expect CJ Stroud to have a very good day throwing the football. I don't really know if there's anything without Tyson Campbell in the secondary. I don't even know if there's anything they can do about it. I think even if Jacksonville and even if Nielsen all week is like, okay, our game plan is to stop CJ Stroud, I don't think there's a goddamn thing they can do.
Gonna do, bro?
Yeah, like I think they could put 3 guys in the box and drop 9, like 2 guys in the box, drop 9 into coverage every play and still not stop him here. So
and then Keitho, I see you said sack bets have been hitting for me. I've been waiting for some Browns sack lines to open up, not for the Browns defensive players sacks bets to open up. Give me some Raiders defensive players sack bets to open up. I think
Deshaun Watson loves sacks.
I think Deshaun Watson is Sam Howell of last year. I don't know if y'all remember from the streams last year. I was just loading up on players against Sam Howell defensive sacks. I want to get in on that this year. This man, Deshaun Watson.
You know who else needs to be mentioned in that discussion?
Who?
Baker Mayfield, bro. Baker can't stop taking sacks. He loves taking sacks.
That's fair, but now we got the Browns with possibly 3 offensive linemen out. Sign me the hell up.
Wills is out, right? He's getting an MRI.
Wills, Conklin, and now Teller.
Oh my God, that team cannot catch a break. I
don't know what Crosby's odds are this week, but if I get anything even decent, I'm definitely taking Crosby. If I get 2+ at something decent, definitely as well. But shout out you, Keitho.
EBD in the super chat says Trevor Lawrence is the only quarterback in NFL history to throw a pick to a person who has died. I counter that. The only reason we know that is because he died on the field. We would have to get medical histories from all the NFL players to see if they had a near-death experience at some point in their life. So I push back on that. Anyway.
All right.
That's it, right?
Wow. Yeah,
Do we want to do a community parlay?
Oh, yeah, let's do a community parlay.
Yeah, with no toast today, the least we can do is give them a community parlay.
Let's run this on.
We're not animals.
Yeah, let's run this on.
Yeah, we've already denied them of toast.
community parlay. The parlay we bet, yeah, community parlay. If
Someone
all
goes
the
glove
communities
sacks.
could be coming tonight, making a parlay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, let's cut it up. Let's chop it up. The community parlay. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Ready?
Phillies money line. Guardians money line. Brewers money line. Oh, actually, I like the Pirates there. I wonder. I've been Pirates money line because I think they might have liked the Pirates. And then Tigers money line. They definitely like the Tigers. I just called Sauce Network Airlines. Okay, you asked before. It's not a Sauce Network meetup or anything. There's a couple things. Toast is coming here. He's actually going to see Yankee Stadium for the first time. But also, we're redoing the way we're doing the MLB and college basketball uploads for next year. We want to cover more games in the uploads. You guys know when I do the MLB uploads, it's like an hour and a half long. So we're trying to do a way to shorten them up where I can still do in-depth handicaps but short. And in order to do that, I need Toast to whatever. This is boring. He's coming here for work stuff. How about that? And it's hard because I have to teach Toast a few things on the computer, and it's just so hard to teach somebody how to do something remote. Plus, he comes out here like once a year, so he hasn't been here in like a year, so he comes out like once a year.
He's in the comments. Is that him? Toasty. Is he? He said,
we have the buzzy butt freak off.
I am in the Big Apple.
Yeah,
you're not. If you landed in Newark, you're not.
I am in the Big Apple.
You're not in the
Newark
Big
is
Apple.
not the Big Apple. He's not from around here.
He's clearly not from around here.
Toast, am I supposed to send the Uber now? You got to text me what gate and shit you're at. All right. Oh, next poll.
Yep.
Toast, if you can hear me, text me the gate number. I'll send the Uber. All right. Royals money line. Even though I think that's in that spot. Yankees money line.
What'd you say?
Yankees.
Okay.
The Yankees of New York.
He said, leave me alone.
Blue Jays money line. And Twins money line. And Twins. He lands in Newark. I'm in the Big Apple. Nope. Close.
You're not.
You're in
It's
Jersey.
so close, though. Couldn't be closer.
If the Bronx knew how much Toasty trashed the Yankees, they'd boo him out. Yankees money line, Phillies and Yankees so far. All right. Angels, White Sox. Probably Angels there. Cardinals. No. Angels. No, it is Cardinals with Fetty. They voted for Cardinals. Cardinals. They liked Oakland. And then Giants or D-backs. Go D-backs. Yeah, they like the D-backs a lot, actually. I'm in the Big Apple.
I'd love for him to have said that out loud. Like, I'm in the Big Apple.
Like, fuck you.
Shut up.
For those of you who don't know the stereotype, we are apparently not the kindest here in New Jersey.
Oh, you can tell, too, when you go to places down south.
I think that's bullshit. We're very friendly people.
I disagree so wholeheartedly.
Maybe they're not friendly to you.
You can tell the difference when you go somewhere down south.
Yeah, people are weird.
People are nice.
Yeah, but it's fake. At least people.
At least
people are real here.
Maybe it's fake, but at least it's nice.
I prefer genuinity. Right?
In
So
certain
being
cases.
fake nice to you isn't nice. I consider it rude because you're lying. D-backs money line. Post it up. And then the last poll is going to be Padres, Royals, Tigers. Padres, Royals, Tigers, Cardinals. Those should have a limo. Jesus, bro. Come on. I'm not swimming in it like that.
What was the last one?
Cardinals, Royals, Tigers. Did any of them? Exactly.
The Mets game
See
today
the guy in
has
the
been
comments,
postponed.
He gets it. Like, if just be yourself, man. People being fake nice like makes me uncomfortable. It's cool. You don't gotta kiss my ass. Just be yourself.
What happened?
The Mets game tonight has been postponed.
They should just cancel the game.
Now will be very interesting because in the next hour we should now find out what the hell their plan is for this series.
Yeah, they should cancel the games.
If they're gonna do a doubleheader Monday, the Mets better clinch in Milwaukee because they'll get swept in that doubleheader on Monday.
No, they won't.
They'll have to face Schwellenbach and Sale.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's Grimace.
Yeah, we looked really good against Schwellenbach yesterday.
It was our first game of the series. Man, how many times do we have to go through this season? You guys don't believe at all in the Mets. First and second of this poll, Prop Beaver.
First and second?
Well, do we only have... Oh, no. Just first.
Tigers.
The Tigers. Stop, dude.
He made a tiger sound. Good God. Good God.
Dude, he always makes noises like that, but it's infinitely weirder when they can see you on camera going. All right, what's the odds on that? Someone in the comments want to shoot out the odds. Uh, 587 from Tinker, our champion, by the way.
Okay.
Tinker, if you haven't
Tatum.
heard, he snapped the streak. He had been to the playoffs 5 times in the league and never won. He won the championship, and he won it with the over in Jags Bills, the most undramatic win ever, because he didn't even do well. It's just all the other people in the championship shit the bed. So Tinker, the champion, mailing it out, brother.
I see David Gottsman ask, fancy question, drop Swift, pick up Brooks. Just drop Swift. Just get him off your team. That brother stinks.
Just chill with an empty roster spot. It's a locker room thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a cancer to your team. So,
I think
yeah.
he's a good
And yes,
athlete.
Jonathan Brooks, I can tell you just in terms of potential, it has to be infinitely better.
The Mets are playing a doubleheader on Monday.
Someone goes, good job, little Tinker. All right.
That's
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Be sure to tip your waitresses. Be back tomorrow.
Say thank you to your bus drivers.
Tomorrow. Oh, real quick. Don't hit end yet.
Unless you're around Kyle, be an absolute asshole to him because apparently he likes that.
I'm speaking. Tomorrow, live show. Toast is here. Well, Toast will be here in about 40 minutes. We're going to do the MLB during the day, and then we might come on later for football. We'll figure out what we're going to do in the afternoon. But as far as the MLB, it'll be 11:30 a.m., a day show. So Toast will be first time ever. Toast broadcasting from inside the studio. First ever. So, all right. Thanks, everyone, for watching.